Hello and welcome to Social Media Made Simple. 10 steps to implement a social media strategy for your business. My name is Pearl Galbraith and my company is Smart Networking. Before we get started, just want to do a quick review. The training that I am providing here is actually a shortened version of my 90-minute workshop under the same title. I focus my workshops intentionally for the small business owner, the sole proprietor, the entrepreneur, the direct sales rep. And typically, most of the people that I work with tend to be baby boomers, people that didn't grow up with this technology. We're not, as a teenager, we didn't experience social media. Therefore, as an adult and with an established business, we may need a little extra guidance in setting a good foundation so we can market well for our business. So that's the focus here. My background is I have 30 years experience in sales, management, marketing, and training in companies in both Northwest United States and Canada. The light bulb moment for me regarding social media has happened in the last 6 months. In December of 2014, I started a new project, and I intentionally focused to market this project online through social media and in a very short period of time with very few costs. I've been able to leverage that project through social media to over 3,000 customers in over 30 countries. There is nothing in my history that could have created that kind of results for the very minimal cost that I needed to outlay for this particular project. When I realized the return that was potential by using social media and using it well, I knew that this is far beyond just a hobby, far beyond another form of communication. Social media is here to stay, and it absolutely is key for any business as a way to engage with our customers. And that is why we're here. What is social media and why should it be used from a business professional? It is the most direct and instant way to communicate with your customer base. We use social media to attract new customers and retain existing ones. It is inexpensive. Most platforms are free. The only cost is your time and effort to manage it. And the tool is incredibly powerful. So again, my training speaks directly to a small business owner, a sole proprietor, a direct sales professional, typically someone that is their own entity in their business. And with this training, then what I do is I focus on things that are important for these individuals who don't have a whole department that can run social media. They don't have an unlimited budget. They don't have all these resources. In many cases, it's the person themselves that has to manage it. So I want to speak directly to that to give you a roadmap to success. So there's a little bit about what I do. If you want to check my website, it's right here, pearlgalbraith.com. So getting started. Social Media Made Simple. This video is number 1 of a series of videos on the same topic. Again, as I said, directed to small business owners, and this video covers the basics. Now, to get the most out of this training, I absolutely encourage you right now, get a pen and paper, and you will be making notes as we go through this. Again, this is the workshop slides. Normally, I would do this over an hour and a half, so you are going to get a crash course. Get ready to take some notes, and I always want you thinking about how you can apply what you are learning to your business. Part 1, we're going to review social media in general, give you again a roadmap, a foundation, and understanding. Part 2, we're going to go immediately into the 10 steps to implement a strategy for your business. Part 3, this video is going to spend most time on the where, the what, and the when of posting. That's how we communicate on social media. It will include case studies. And then part 4 are some great helpful tools that can assist you in leveraging your time and effort as you implement these strategies. So part 1, social media. What is it? Again, if you're a baby boomer, when the first time you heard these words, in the back of your mind, you went, what? And, today, maybe some of us are very familiar, but basically, in general, social media is simply the catch-all term for websites and applications that enable users to create and share content or to participate in social networking. They are communication platforms. That's what they are. Again, if you're a boomer, you can think of today, social media is yesterday's Yellow Pages. When you grew up, the Yellow Pages were the absolute key and core in your newspaper to finding out about businesses. Today, it's social media. Now, there's over 800 social media sites. Almost any niche or genre you can think of has a communication platform for that, where people that follow, the tribes, can follow what they are interested in. I'm going to give you information right up front. You will never be an expert on all 800 social media sites, and obviously you don't need to be. In fact, I'm going to narrow it down and narrow it down and narrow it down. For some of you, you're only going to focus on one. And at the end of the day, simply being effective in one site can change your business. So don't worry about 800. Don't, when you're getting a sense of feeling overload of information, remember, we're going to have strategies here that you can use with the amount of time that you have to do at least one site well and build your business accordingly. What are the top social media sites? Well, obviously you've heard, at least you've heard of all these sites. Maybe you haven't been to them. Facebook, absolutely. The biggest website in the world. 900 million people are on Facebook. Twitter is number 2, 310 million. LinkedIn, number 3, 255 million users. Pinterest, 250 million users. Google Plus, 120 million users. And then number 6 is Tumblr at 110 million. Number 7 is Instagram with 100 million users. All of this information was as of June 2015. The review of the top sites. Facebook is the granddaddy of them all. Take a look at this. 58% of Americans use Facebook. It is the most used website by Americans. That's pretty huge. Twitter. The best things about Twitter is the instant aspect of it, the brevity, and the ability that anyone can have a connection with anyone. If you want to follow a celebrity, a superstar, a business mogul, an entrepreneur, a leader of a country, you can tie into their Twitter feed. And that means every time they want to make a post, you have instant access to whatever they're commenting. In return, everyone can have instant access to you. LinkedIn, this is the link for professionals. Interesting about LinkedIn is it is a very powerful site. It has been described that it's built with a Ferrari engine, but most people drive it like a Ford. I will spend more time on LinkedIn as we go through this presentation. Pinterest. Pinterest is a scary, crazy, great way to sell stuff, especially to women. So there you are. If you have a product-based service or retail item that women are your audience, you want to put an asterisk beside Pinterest. Google Plus, it's called at times the other child because it is so much smaller than Facebook, but with their monopoly over YouTube, it is must be a considered platform as well, a great social media site to, again, to generate customers and to maintain your existing ones. Now we're going to go through the different sites and what they look like. Let's start with Facebook. Facebook has two different kinds of pages. The first, and where everyone must start, is a Facebook profile. A profile is personal. It's designed for people. Here is a glimpse of my profile. The profile, you know, Facebook is standard. It has a cover image. It has then your profile picture. When you look down the left side of Facebook, information about the person, and a profile is friend-based. You friend people. Then on the right side, you have your timeline, and on the far right is the advertising aspect. So the profile is designed for people. It is possible if you are a self-employed or an entrepreneur, you can use your profile as your business page. and promote your business here as well. There are advantages and disadvantages for doing so. We're going to cover that. If you would want to follow me or check out my page, it's right here. Here's the link. And people friend or follow you on a profile. Now let's move to a Facebook page. A Facebook page is designed for business. This is specific. If you want to be professional in your entity, you should have a business page, meaning then you have your profile for your personal life, you have your Facebook business page for your business life. There are many tools that come with a page that allow you to analyze how your business is doing and how your message is resonating with your audience. Add a page. You still have a cover image. You still have a profile picture. It could be your logo. It doesn't have to be your face here. But notice there's the business name, and there no longer is friending at a page. Now your audience, your customers, your tribe as it's known, or your fans can like you. They can like your page, and that's how they can connect with you. A Facebook page has a lot of ability for you to manage how well your audience is receiving your message. So those are the two things. Here is my page for Smart Networking if you want to take a look at it and like it. So take a look here. There's a profile and a page. And that's the first thing that many people get hung up regarding what's the difference between the two. You must start with a profile, and from your profile, you may then build a business page. If you have multiple businesses, you can build multiple business pages. A profile has friends or followers. A business page has likes or fans. Let's go to the next one, Twitter. You can set up a Twitter account for personal or for business use. And you may or may not be aware that Twitter, the posts in Twitter are all limited to 140 characters. If a photo is included in a post, it's limited to 120 characters. That's approximately a sentence, not even a long sentence. So Twitter is short, brief posts. That's what Twitter is. If you want to take a look at my Twitter feed and follow me, you can do it right down over here. Notice Twitter is also set up with a cover image and again with a profile picture. A Twitter feed, if you haven't seen it, is a long list scrolling of posts that are all maximum 140 characters. Some of them have images attached. Most of them have a link attached. So they have a quick little sentence, a few snippets of words that want to attract people to click on the link. That's what a Twitter feed is. If you want to take a look at mine again, here's the link. LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the business network. Here you don't have fans and you don't do likes. What you do on LinkedIn is you have connections. So you have connections with other business people. You are then shown your first level, your second level, and your third level connections. LinkedIn is another platform that is free. Again, it is desired by professionals mainly. They are the ones that are the overwhelming majority of the members. There are upgrades available. And if you want to connect with me and link me in as a connection, you can add me. Here is the LinkedIn address. Pinterest. Pinterest is a visual base. It's a visual social media site. Everything starts with an image, and then an image can be linked with text, and then also it can link directly back to a website. It even can link to a shopping cart. You can have Pinterest pages for people or businesses. And what you do is you create themed boards. So it's like a bulletin board with pictures off a specific theme. You can have as many boards as you want. An image that is loaded on Pinterest is called a pin. And so if you share a visually creative image that speaks to your company, your product, or something that you're offering, if people like that image, they can share their pin on their Pinterest wall, which means that everyone who follows them can now see your pin. And your pin can be taken forward. More and more and more people can share it going forward. Your pin can be tied with a link directly back to your website. So it's possible you can post a pin and it It could get shared 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and on the 8th time, somebody sees it and is really interested on your pin, clicks on it, clicks on your website, and becomes a customer. So if you have any product that is visually appealing, Pinterest is a great place. If you want to follow my Pinterest board, it's right here. Now the thing with Pinterest is, take a look. This is what a Pinterest wall looks like. Yes, it is a cacophony of sites and images and information. For some people, it's too busy, but there is an audience that loves this, the variety. It's like a shopping mall feast before your eyes, an extravaganza. All of these are pins. Notice all the images. And if anyone wants to know from this recipe to this information about brides, all they have to do is click and that information comes available. Again, here's my link. And then Google+. Google+, you can create personal or business pages. You add people here to your circles. That's how Google is. It's with circles. Now, Google+ has a huge advantage, which is going to be coming on strong, and it's called Google Hangouts. It's a dynamic way to connect with live video conferencing and no cost for the service. It's called Google Hangouts. So when you have Google+, Hangouts, and you leverage YouTube in, Google+ is going to grow significantly in exposure over the next while. It won't be the small kid on the block. Also, notice how clean Google+ is. Very neat. Only 3 columns, a very easy on the eyes platform. So there are the most popular sites, just giving you a little glance, and again, you can go back and use the links and go click on my site if you want to see one, up close and personal, and connect with me. As I said at the beginning, there are 800 social media sites and growing. Each individual site has its own genre, has its own niche, has its own audience that attracts it. And what I love what Avalanche Media put together. It is social meowdia, meaning what they've done is they've saying, if you have a cat, this is how your cat might be represented on a variety of different social media sites. On Facebook, you post, I like my cat. Facebook is all about liking. Twitter, though, in its brevity and it's in its instant format, is I'm playing with my cat. What am I doing right now? YouTube we haven't talked about, but obviously it's video-based. So on YouTube, that would be watch a video of my cat. On LinkedIn, the professional network, I'm very skilled at training cats. On Instagram, which is the young, hip network for especially 18 to 29-year-olds and especially people that love images, here's a hipster picture of my cat. On Pinterest, here's how to train your cat to dance in visual format. Yelp, which is a social media site giving customer reviews. I freaking hate this cat food. On Google+, this is a tongue-in-cheek joke. I work for Google and I have a cat. That's kind of a joke indicating the size of Google. And in fact, when it started, the only people that were on Google+ were the employees. Spotify is a music social media site. I'm listening to the song Soft Kitty. And then the shopping site, this is where I got my cat hoodie. So all of these logos represent a different social media site, and each of them will showcase information slightly differently, but all directed to their audience, to their niche. You are a small business owner. Your job now is to identify what is it that you do, what's your product, and what do you sell, and then also who is your audience, who are your customers, and then to combine together and to start with, narrow a search to a limited number of social media sites where you can do effective posting and connect most directly with your audience. So that's what the balance of this training is going to review. We're moving now to part 2. 10 steps to implement a social media strategy for your business. Step number 1 is know your objective. I'm going to be spending time on that because if you don't get step number 1 clear, doesn't matter about the rest of the 9 steps because you'll be wasting your time. Step number 2 is find your customers and competitors. Step number 3, narrow to your select site. Number 4 is create your account. Number 5 is build your brand. Then finally, step number 6 is you start posting. Then you start building your audience. You build your tribe. Step 8 is feature your neighbors. Step 9 is you respond promptly. And step 10 is you start another site and repeat. But this is all based on, number 1, know your objective. For most small business owners, sole proprietors, direct salespeople, entrepreneurs, this is where they make the mistake first, and the rest of their social media campaign comes crumbling down. If you don't have background or understanding as to social media, remember, what's our objective? Our objective, or what's our purpose? Why do we use it? We use it to attract new customers and retain existing. How we do that is through sharing valuable content that attracts people to you and your business. The biggest mistake people make that are not educated in the tool is they treat social media like a one-way billboard focused 100% on promotion. It's all about me, 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 me. They use social media like classified ads, like a sales flyer, like a newspaper. If you do that, you may as well not even get started because you will not have any leverage. You won't have an audience that attracts to you. So this is the key. Understand how you use the tool. You use social media. It's about sharing the heart of your business. It's about engaging with your clients, often before they even set foot in your business. Social media is a relationship building process. You're sharing, especially if you're a small business owner, you're sharing the heart of your business, why you're there, what's unique, who are the people there, why do you choose to be in the community you are in, what's unique about your product line, what are your customers saying about you. This is about showcasing the great features of what you do, as well as your community, the area that you're in, and you're engaging the customers that engage with you. That's the key behind social media, is it is a two-way communication. So if you got that clear and you understand that what your objective is to share valuable content, then we can continue to roll on the other 9 steps. Number 2 is you're going to find your customers and your competitors. First of all, if you already have customers, find out what social media sites they like. Find out where they regularly post, where they regularly comment, what sites they regularly go to. It's very important because you want to be where your customers are. Also, take a look at where your competitors are because they're after the same audience you are. It's good to hang out in the same arena. Once you've found your customers and competitors, I'm going to say narrow it down to one. And I'm going to limit, for most people, one website. Start with one site on social media. Get proficient at that site before branching off into 2, 3, or 4. Don't feel pressured to do multiple sites if your business does not have time to manage them well. It is far better to be good to great at one than mediocre at many. Step number 4, once you've identified that site, create an account. So start your first social media site for your business. For most of you, it will be Facebook, and it will be a Facebook page. Number 5 is build your brand. You don't invite people over to your business before opening day. Don't invite people to your social media site before it's ready. Make it look good. Make sure you've got a great cover image. You've got a great profile picture. Your information is there. It's accurate. It's complete. Make sure you've got some posts, some pictures, some slogans, some features, maybe a how-to video. Have something there for your customers to see, to look at, to read, to notice, but most importantly, to share. That's really, really key. That's what you want. Remember, what we're doing is sharing valuable content. We're sharing content worth making a remark about. It's a slogan that I always use. I say, you want to be remarkable. Remarkable in the sense that people will stop and notice your information and they are willing to make a remark. They're willing to comment on it. They're willing to like it. They're willing to share it. So your content, the info you share, has got to be good. Once you've done steps 1 to 5, Then you're going to start a consistent pattern of posts, and we'll review the frequency of each site. I'll give you information. Pay attention to frequency. And there is also, you can promote. Remember what I said at the beginning, that the biggest error that a lot of new people on Facebook for their business do is they do promotion, 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 promotion. There's actually a ratio, and the ratio is 3 to 4 posts of valuable content to 1 post of promotion. So the majority of what you're going to do is to build the knowledge base of your audience, and then in return you are posting something about you and your business, approximately 1 in 3 to 1 in 4 posts. As you're starting to post, then you move to step 7. This is how you build your tribe, your loyal fan base. You're going to ask friends to like or share or retweet your information. You're going to put up in-store signage. You may run a special for anyone who likes your social media site. You're going to incorporate your email advertising. You might add paid advertising. You absolutely are going to have a link to all your social media on your printed material, your flyers, your website, your business cards is going to include that. That's how you build your tribe and your audience. Step number 8, you're going to feature your business neighbors. Synergy adds leverage to your posts. Any business that complements your services, post about their page, how their relationship benefits you and how it benefits the customer. If you've got a great service provider, a neighbor, if you're in the building industry and you've got a great gardener, a great plumber, a great banker, you're going to talk about them, because in return, the gardener, the plumber, and the banker could talk about you. And it shows community, and it shows teamwork, and it shows respect, and that you're trustworthy. All these are important things for people to like you and follow you and engage with you on social media. Number 9, as you were starting your campaign, you have to remember that you will engage with everyone who engages with you. You will leave comments, you will thank, you will resolve issues, you will appreciate people. This is a relationship and trust building aspect of social media. It's a process of going from a lit match to a roaring fire. You want to stoke the fuel through engagement with your tribe. In social media, I've had it I've stumbled across the experience more than once where a business will say, oh, I've got to get on social media. I've got to do something. They go and they spend maybe some money, or they do it themselves, and over a weekend they put together a Facebook page and they put out 3 posts, and they encourage, in one email, they encourage people to connect with them, and then basically they drop it. That's really no different than in springtime getting outside your storefront, putting in a beautiful flower bed, taking the weekend, spending the time, getting the dirt, getting the flowers, getting it all beautiful and attractive, and then from that point forward, neglecting it, never weeding and never watering. Sure, the first people on those first few days are impressed. Wow, what effort this business takes to look good. What a great first impression. But the moment the weeds and the moment, start to come and the flowers start to wilt, their great first impression starts turning to a negative impression. That's what happens with your social media if you don't maintain it. This is not a do it once and forget it. Social media is an ongoing, we always say it's a marathon, not a sprint. Once you start engaging in conversation and communication with your audience, you've got to keep going. Again, let's go back to the reason why we're here. You want to attract new customers and retain existing ones. There's the key. Once you're rolling on all 9 steps on one social media site, repeat it on another. When you've got one site rolling smoothly, start another. Only proceed if your business has the manpower to manage another site well. And you have to remember, it takes 2 to 3 hours a week for a novice person to manage one site. So you've got to factor in your energy, your time, and your ability right now in terms of what is realistic for your business. If you are in a location or in a situation you can only do one site, that's about it, then obviously Facebook has the greatest reach, and as we go further, I'll give you a little bit more information. It will likely be the best place for you to put your energy, but depending on your product that you sell, you may find one of the other sites to be the best place. But the key is start with one, Follow these 10 steps there well, and then move on to another site. Of the 10 steps, the balance of this training is going to focus only on step 3 and step 6. Step 3 is narrow to one site, where to post. And step 6 then is what to post, and incredibly critical, when to post it. Where to post. Here's some great data that's available regarding the nuances and the niches between different social media sites. Now, the big daddy, as we've already said, 71% of adults use Facebook. 28% of adults use LinkedIn and Pinterest. They actually tie. 23% use Twitter. 26% use Instagram. If you're limiting to only one site, obviously most of you are going to eye Facebook as the place to start. Here's some further information. 31% of seniors now use Facebook. If part of your product line serves seniors, that should put another star in why you should pick Facebook as your place to start. However, if your product line is exclusive, very, very strongly tied to the ages of 18 to 29-year-olds, 53% of young adults use Instagram. So if you have a very, very young-based product, Facebook may not get you the same returns that Instagram might. So that's something that you might have to consider. Pinterest. Pinterest is proven it turns more browsers into buyers, overwhelmingly used by women. So now those of you that have products that are hugely focused on a female audience base, particularly, any women, and if you have a visual-based product, you might get more results out of Pinterest than you would of any other site. If your site and your product is focused on professionals and focused on high-income earners, LinkedIn might be the most effective page for you. And Twitter, most popular with males under 50, college educated. So here's just a little more information as you narrow down which site should you start with, or which should be your second site to introduce, to do a 1-2 tag team. Also with where to post, how frequently do people check their sites? Notice this. Users of Facebook, overwhelmingly, nearly 75% check into Facebook daily. So again, if you want to reach that audience and they're looking at it every day, you have a better chance of being found. Instagram, remember this is the 18 to 29-year-olds, they're checking in nearly 50% every single day. Twitter, checking in around 35% daily. Pinterest has a lower check-in rate daily. It's because most people who use Pinterest batch their time. They don't necessarily check in daily, but when they do check in, they might check in for hours at a time. So just some more information as you are analyzing where you should be spending the majority of your time. What to post. Remember that we're focused on providing value. We are providing value to clients. Information that they're going to like, they're going to appreciate, they're going to find helpful, they're going to share. So here's a case study. And the case study is from a builder or a realtor. Most of us have all used a realtor. We understand what their business is. Obviously, they're in the buying of selling of real estate and of homes. Most realtors are geographically based, meaning that they are representing a city or a town or a specific area. So here are 25 posts, 25 different kinds of pieces of information that a realtor can feature as value to their audience. Now, as we go through these posts, what I want you to do for your business is I want you to think about, okay, posts that attract buyers. Start kind of letting your mind wander. What would be good posts for your audience, whatever product it is that you sell? And then the next page will go into even deeper, and then the last page will go into even deeper. So right now we're going to do it from a realtor's perspective. Posts that can attract buyers. Obviously, anything on home decorating, a dream home, Best kid room ideas. Man, there's some great visuals there. Outdoor living, tips and information. Style posts, educating the audience on what are the different kinds of styles of homes that are popular in their geographical region. This provides value and information back to the audience. Now, posts for sellers. You want a seller to, know how to capitalize on a small space. That's a huge new trend now. Home improvement projects. If someone's they're considering selling their home, if they get to find out how to do a project in terms of upgrade the kitchen or a do-it-yourself project so they can then ask a higher selling price, posts along those lines are going to absolutely add value to a seller. Organizing inspiration. Again, that's important for a seller. They're supposed to make their home look very spacious. Repurposing ideas, how to change that bedroom into a useful den or something that a buyer will be attracted to. And obviously anything on home staging. All of these are value-added posts providing information and content to an audience. A builder or a realtor generally is geographically based. They're in a community. Well, then more value posts are all about the things in the community. Posts on things to do in the town, the best places to eat, the neighborhoods, the outdoor fun, the best places for a wedding. These are all general interest, but we all live in communities, we all play, we all recreate. This is value adding. Now, if you're a sole proprietor, a small business owner, an entrepreneur, a direct salesperson, people work with people they like. Blending in some posts about you. What makes you laugh, your recipes, your family dynamics, a dream vacation, your inspiration. Things about you are very, very important. It shares your heart, it shares your goal, it shares your passion, why you're doing the business that you're doing. And then the final series of posts are the actual promotion. The different homes that might be for sale, the homes sold, happy clients, specific articles on the industry, group posts possibly where a variety of realtors get together and have a discussion, and then posts about necessary and appreciated partners to your business, the banker, the plumber, the gardener, tie-ins that you can compliment, and in return they can compliment you. Anything on business, remember, these need to be limited to 1 in 3 or 4 posts. So again, 3 to 4 posts of value, information, something funny, some great picture, some inspirational quote, to 1 post about business. The 26 posts that I just provided can all be turned into a post for any social media site. They can all be for Facebook, for Twitter, they can adapt to LinkedIn, they can be on Google+, with images they can be on Pinterest or Instagram. You can turn a lot of this into a video and put it on YouTube. You just need to modify the message for the social media site you're using. So a lot of you right now might stop the video and pause it at this point and think about your business. What immediately comes to mind, a really helpful thing, is the frequently asked questions. What are the questions that you commonly get asked? If you're in retail, it might be on, different fabric. It might be on, dynamics of shoes. It might be on information regarding artists. It could be on information regarding health and beauty products or the science behind some products or all of that. All of that is value. So when you're educating an audience and not necessarily showcasing at product X, you're just providing education, that's valuable content. So think about those types of things. There might already be videos that exist that can educate clients you just need to link to. There might be blog articles that provide information that, again, can help your clients. Great, that's a post. You can link to that. You might want to write an article answering some of the questions that people have. That's a post. So a good thing to do right now is do a case study for your business. And if you can't think, and if you need a little prompting, go find where your competitors are. Go out right now and go snoop around maybe Facebook, snoop around Twitter, snoop around Google+. See if your competitors are there posting and find out what value information they're posting or people in your industry, and use that as a roadmap, because that's the key here. You need to get content out to your audience. Once you know where you're posting, for most of you, you're going to use Facebook to start. It's the biggest audience there is, and you're going to start with a Facebook page. Then when you know what you're going to post, you've got all these series of value pieces that you can post to your audience that can be informative, that they can remark on, that they can be willing to share. Now we're going to focus on when to post, because this is as critical as anything else. If you have, if Grandma makes a particular apple pie and Grandma says, "My pie," you have to eat it within the first half an hour when it comes out of the oven, because that's when it is delectable. That's when it is the best. That's when it is mouth-wateringly fantastic. Well, obviously, you want to have Grandma's pie within 30 minutes of it coming out of the oven. If Grandma makes it at 3 in the morning, there's likely nobody there to have her pie. So she, makes it more likely at 3 in the afternoon when she can have an audience there. That's the same thing as posting. You want to post your content when there's the greatest number of potential customers there to see what you're posting. So I know for entrepreneurs and small business owners, I hear this often, they're working on their sites at midnight and they're so pleased when they finish a blog article, they hit post and they get it out to all their networks. Well, it's out there in the middle of the night when most people won't see it, and all the work they put in, they're losing leverage because they didn't factor in when would be the best time to make that post. When is the greatest eyes going to be on your piece? So this science was done and analyzed by the site Set Up a Blog Today, and it's fantastic. It's going to go through every single site. If you were considering Facebook, if you said, yes, Facebook is where I'm going to start, that's the site, take a look here. The best time, first of all, optimum to engage well with clients is 2 posts per day. And the best time to post is between 1 and 4 in the afternoon. The peak time happens to be Wednesday. The worst time to post is weekends, before 8 and after 8. So if you are focusing and going to narrow your effort on Facebook right now, put a big 2 on your page, and you want to factor in your social media to do 2 posts daily. And remember, again, for every 3 to 4 posts of value, you get 1 post of promotion. And you want to structure it likely 1 in the AM, 1 in the PM on random times, but you want them always to kind of be during the work hours. And you always want to hit Wednesday at 3. Research shows that photos account for 93% of brand interaction, meaning you are best to have a photo along with your post, and posts under 250 words get 60% more engagement. So now you already have a roadmap for Facebook. You set up your Facebook profile, you then set up your Facebook page, you build your brand, you get that going, you have a library of posts of valuable information, and now you roll this out with Facebook 2 times a day, typically AM, typically PM, absolutely focus on Wednesday, add in a photo, and keep your verbiage to 250 words or less. Now you're optimizing your Facebook posting. If you're Twitter, 3 posts a day. The thing with Twitter is that because it's a rolling stream, you can actually have more posts daily. It gives you the best, the peak, and the worst time. LinkedIn, remember, LinkedIn is the professional audience. If that's the format you want to go after and that's where your customers are, 1 post daily, and very specific as to when that post should be made. Pinterest, visual platform, up to 5 posts daily, but take a look at this. Best time, Saturday morning. Again, who's the audience on Pinterest? Tends to be women. And they tend to love then to sit on their Saturday morning and spend multiple hours reviewing the site. Peak time is late on Friday. Notice this, the worst time to post on Pinterest, during normal working hours. So it's interesting, if this is the site of choice, pay attention to the best, the peak, and the worst times to maximize your effort. Google Plus, best times Monday to Thursday in the morning. Peak time, interesting, Google Plus is Wednesday at 9. Facebook was Wednesday at 3. Worst times, early mornings and evenings, and Google Plus, because of the more streamlined platform, up to 3 posts daily. Instagram, 2 posts daily. And a summary is Facebook is 2. Best times are weekdays between 1 and 4. Facebook is 3. LinkedIn is 1. Pinterest up to 5. Google up to 3. So there's the when to post. And we'll finish this seminar with the tools that assist with what you're doing. And again, let's go back to the beginning. This entire training is focusing on your roadmap. How do you get started with your strategy for social media? Now, some of you might be thinking, oh my goodness, this is, this is huge. And it absolutely is. Social media is not anything to be taken lightly. The learning curve initially for individuals can be large, but what I focused here intentionally for the small business owner and the entrepreneur and the sole proprietor and the direct sales rep is get rid of the fluff and just hone in on the true value. Obviously, it's easier just to go on Facebook once a week and say that you're there, but you're not going to get any results from it. It's easier to go on Facebook and just do promotion, just do ads, always, sale here, and just talk about, trying to generate customers. But that's billboard approach, and people will reject your message. So I can't stress enough that if you want this to work, if you truly want to retain customers and attract new ones, you've got to engage in communication. And it's a back and forth dialogue where you're sharing value. It's really attraction marketing. You're setting yourself up as a respected person in your business niche, in your geographical area or in your industry, and your customers will respond to that. Now, to make this an easier process, there are some great tools to assist you, and we can provide more information on these. Obviously, scheduling. I love scheduling tools. There's some powerful ones out there. Hootsuite is one. Edgar is another one that I use. What you do here is you create your valuable posts and your promotional posts. You can sit down one day during the week, put all your posts together, upload them into your scheduler, and your scheduler will roll out your posts for you. You can optimize to have them in the AM and the PM and how many days a week, and it will all roll out without your direct involvement. These are huge. Another tool is a link shortener. Bitly is one. Remember things like Twitter, 140 characters. Facebook, it's best to only have 250 characters. Well, if you have a link to an article or something that's important, take a look at how long this link is. One of my 10 smart and inspiring quotes. If you go to bitly.com for free, what they will do is they'll take this long link and convert it to a short one. It's a link shortener. It saves space. It saves posting real estate when it's really, really critical. So that's a free tool, very popular. Hashtags is another tool that's huge. A hashtag is really a file folder. If you wonder what all these things are with asterisk name, it's a file folder. And if you have a post, if you're in the building world and you're in the town of Kalispell and you post Kalispell Homes, anytime people click on Kalispell Homes, anyone else who has put a hashtag Kalispell Homes after their post will show up. So this is a great way to get found. This is a great way to get identified. If you want to put hashtags regarding keywords or themes about you or your product, so you have a greater opportunity for when people are searching for that type of information, they can find you. Hashtags are valuable. YouTube. If you ever don't understand anything, my number one advice is go to YouTube and type in how to and whatever you need to look for. With all the millions upon millions of videos at YouTube, it's likely there's a video there that will walk you through whatever process you need to learn. It could even be how to create a Facebook page, which many of you are going to need to do now to get started. That's what I'm going to suggest. Go to YouTube, type in how to create a Facebook page, and there will be a variety of videos from you to pick from where you can have step-by-step instruction. Fiverr. Fiverr is a website that I absolutely love. It's a place, a services location, clearinghouse really, where what people will do starting at $5. Very, very popular for logos and for branding. If you need your branding done for step number 5, Fiverr is one great place to do that. Go to Fiverr.com, click under social media for services, and you will find a variety of people, probably 200, that will create banners and artwork for you, exactly scoped and exactly to the size of your Facebook cover as well as your Facebook profile. They will do that, and then they will also create complimentary ones for Twitter and YouTube and all the other social media sites as well. I use it frequently and find it incredibly efficient. So that's Fiverr.com. Here's another tip if you need a template. I've got a link right there, and this is the template of exactly the size of the optimized images for Facebook to give you information and assistance as you are creating your valuable info. Team, this was a very detailed review of a 10-step strategy for getting you started in social media. And again, it was focused on the small business owner, the business owner that wears a lot of hats, that has a lot of responsibility in, how they make a living. Social media is key. It's the most direct way to connect with your customers. The reason we use social media is to attract new customers and retain existing ones. The process of communicating on social media is you have to share valuable information. You have to enhance your customer's life, make their life easier. You have to position yourself as the respected, knowledgeable person in your particular industry. The most effective way to do this is narrow down to one social media site, create valuable content, find your promotional posts, and then start posting on a regular basis, optimized to that particular site. And then every single day, engage in that site. If a customer goes to your site and leaves a comment, you need to respond to it. If someone likes your page, you need to appreciate them for the like. If someone has a challenge or a complaint, you need to deal with it, because this is our new form of communication. But the best part is, whatever social media site you pick, it's free, it's instant. You can do so much of this work on any smart device, and it absolutely leverages your time and effort. To get all these slides for your review, they're available at pearlgalbraith.com, social media strategies. If you're looking to hire out these services, I absolutely recommend that is another way to leverage your time, but I will advise you this. The posting itself, making the post, that's not the challenging work. It's the coming up with the content. It's the valuable posts. It's the valuable information that's being shared. So when you're doing that, make sure that you are looking for a contractor that understands your industry, understands your niche, so that the content that you're sharing will be received well by your audience and in return will support you. That's the key. As we always say, any teenager can do posts for you, but a teenager might not have the wisdom to understand what's unique about your business to put that information front and center for your audience and your clients. So pick your contractors wisely. I offer contracting services. For those that would like information, please connect with me, send me an email, and I can do a quote for you and your particular business, and particularly focus on the value, because that's where it's at. It's Pearl, Smart Networking. I am sure that you are now looking at a page of notes, but I hope you are inspired, understanding that the roadmap's before you. Now you have no questions. Just follow the steps on this roadmap, engage in a social media platform that you want, continue it. Don't just plant your flowers and let them be. Plant your flowers, tend to those flowers on a regular basis, weed and water, connect with your social media base, and you will see results. Wishing you a great day and abundant success.